Woohoo! Mystic GLoLady here. Hello, Gemini. This is your divinatory reading for October 2015. And yes, if you've been watching my videos, this is another new format. So let me know what you think of this one, okay? November's is going to be how they're all going to play out. So I still don't know for sure, although I think that this one might be a little bit easier for me, but I hope that you can hear over top of the AC. I had a fan on and I would just sweat and glisten, and it was uncomfortable, and you could hear interruptions, so I'm always turning on and off the camera, and I would prefer to hear a white noise hum and you hear me than to hear people talking or horns blowing or cars starting or yeah, any of the above. So, let's surround us with the divine white light. What comes through me is not of me, and we just have a good time. So, Gemini, on the bottom, we have the Prince of Swords. Ooh, Gemini, we have that communication under control, don't we? Or is that could be possibly the problem, where we haven't been speaking up for ourselves, okay? So if you've been speaking up for yourselves, yeah, you have all that energy to work with. If you have not been sticking up for yourself, well, guess what? You might have a little bit more work to do, okay? So, we'll start it out in the first house. In the first house of self. Who you are, your body, your appearance. And we have the Eight of Swords, the shortened force. Is it because you're not speaking up? Where is that pain in your life, Gemini? The I think. Are you thinking more pain than what you really have? Is it something that you can do something about it? Is it something that you can just speak? Okay? Because a lot of times if you don't speak up, well then how are people going to know? Okay? So stand up for yourself. All right? You have that energy beneath you. In your second house of finances, your belongings, you have the Four of Pentacles, the earthly power. Now you also have the energy of Cancer in there, okay, because it's a general reading. You were put into the first house, okay, the first house of self, okay, and with the Cancer, the I feel, and you would feel a whole lot better with a whole lot of money, wouldn't you? And you're going to feel the love. You're going to feel the love through the financial, okay? Your financial house will be more profitable in October, okay? So hang in there, speak up, say what you mean what you say, don't say it mean, but you gotta speak up. Okay, now in your third house, you have the energy of Leo, okay? That Leo that roars, the Leo, the I will, okay? Now in there, you also have Venus, that goddess of love. Now Venus will be there until the 9th, and then it goes to 0 degrees of Virgo, okay? Virgo's down in your 4th house. Okay, but for the beginning, it's going to be in the 3rd house of short distance travels, of communications. And you have the Wheel of Fortune. What goes around comes around. So if you are, holding in a resentment, okay, and that's what's getting you sick, okay, making you not feel as well as, you know, resentments are like swallowing poison and waiting for someone else to die, so it's not doing you any good. So for the communications, you know, wish them well. Those who have harmed you, okay, wish them well. Don't use any of that negative energy that they have given you, okay? It doesn't work. Remember, I keep talking about that threefold law? One finger out has three folded back. Wheel of Fortune, what goes around comes around. Alright? You wish somebody well. You wish somebody well. Okay? You are wishing them well. You are wishing them to get better. Okay? You're not wishing any harm on them. Alright? We have enough of hate and anger in this world. Wish them well. You know, we're all not perfect. Okay? We have to forgive others for not being as perfect as we are. And we know that we're not. But when we identify the problem, we can find the solution. So let them know. Speak up. In the fourth house of home, property, your mother, you have the Empress. The Empress is new beginnings. Now we have the Virgo energy in there, and we have Jupiter in there. Jupiter is multiplying. Mars is working. What new beginnings are you creating in your home? Are you just planning on what your new home is going to be? You are creating it. You are birthing it. Okay? Now remember, Venus, right at the beginning in your third house communications, is coming down into your fourth house. And it's going to be hanging with Mars the end of October, you know, into like the first week of November. They're going to be real close, kissy kissy, love in your home. So you're going to be feeling that love coming from your home, okay? Now, in the fifth house of fun, creative energy, children, you have the energy of Libra, that balance in that fun, creativity, and the sun is shining right there in that sector at the beginning of October. And it will be there until the 24th when it goes into Scorpio, into your sixth house. Now, we have the sun shining. We have Mercury, and Mercury is retrograde at the beginning of the month, and it's going direct on the 10th, and it will still be in Libra, you know, the balance of communications. Where is that balance in communications that you need? And then you have the new moon in Libra also, and that's on the 13th or 14th, depending on where you live. So new beginnings, fun, creativity, sex, children, and you have the Two of Swords, the peace restored. You're really feeling the love in October, Gemini, where you might not have felt it before, and it was really making you ill. You're going to definitely feel the love in October. And yes, you hear me crinkling a piece of peppermint, because I can feel my throat. And we know what happens if I don't stick something in my mouth. It is rude, and I have to cough, and I really hate to do that. So excuse me while I take a drink. No alcohol. Pink lemonade, just as good, refreshing. It's good for your throat, because I really hate when I have to cough and to keep stopping the camera. I hate that too. So, alright, Gemini, thanks for bearing with me. We are in the sixth house of work, service, daily routine, your health. Scorpio, the I desire. And you have the Five of Cups, the loss in pleasure. Okay, your work, your health. Remember what I had said about resentments. Are you, with your health, are you, really manifesting illness? What's that outside manifesting is illness within. Is it dealing with your emotions? And can you do something about it? Okay, that communications is very, very important. Stand up for yourself. All right, stand up for yourself, because a lot of times we're the only ones who are going to stand up for ourselves. A lot of people, we have to stand up for ourselves. All right, because only we know the truth about us. All right, in your 7th house, of relationships, you have the energy of Sagittarius. I see. Now you also have Saturn in there, and Saturn is going to be in your relationship house for another, 2.5 years. Okay, so what lessons have you learned regarding your relationships, your partnerships? Because if you have not learned them, yeah, guess what? Saturn, that great teacher, is going to come back and teach you. So put out what you want back. Now you have the Princess of Swords in the relationship house. Okay, young female, communicating. Are you communicating with a young female? Or a young female communicating, and how are you communicating? Okay, are you being that young, naive little girl that Saturn is going to be there and teach you those lessons that you need to learn? And unless you want to learn those painful lessons, okay, mine is listen to someone who has been through, who can share their experience with you, instead of going through it, the pain yourself. I mean, you've been through a lot of pain. You've been through a lot. Put it beneath you. Okay, you can put it beneath you and go forward. You don't have to hold on to it. All right, there's a whole lot of new beginnings that are going on for you in October. So where things might have been very challenging in the past, they were pruning you for better growth. Okay, now in the 8th house of inheritance, other people's money, death, taxes, also past life relationships, you have the energy of Capricorn in there. The I use. Are you using other people's money? Now Pluto is in there, and Pluto is that change, and it is that transformation. And in there you also have the 7 of Swords, the unstable efforts with other people's money. Is that what that change and transformation is in there? What are you using other people's money for? Are you using other people's money to fix yourself? What are you fixing with other people's money? Okay. In the 9th house, you have Aquarius. 9th house is higher learning, long distance travels, spiritual quests. Aquarius, the I know energy. What are you doing with that King of Pentacles in the 9th house, the money? Are you planning to go back to school? Are you planning to go on a spiritual journey? Are you planning to take a long distance travel? Because it looks like the cash is there. Or shall I say, not just the money, but the ability to do these things. Okay? Don't hold yourself back. Don't think that you can't do something. Alright? We do not fail until we quit trying. All right? In the 10th house, you have Pisces, the energy, the I believe energy. And with that, we also have Neptune in there. The illusions, delusions, but Neptune is retrograde, so that truth is being revealed. Now, in your career house, okay, you have Pisces in there. So Pisces is a yes, we Pisces get a little bit emotional sometimes. Deal with it. But it's in your career house. How can you use the emotional energy that you have experienced and apply it to your career? Okay? Now, in that career sector, we have the Three of Wands, the established strength. If you use your experience, strength, and hope and share it with someone else in your career, you can have great advancement. All right? With pain grows great wisdom. So those of us who have gone through and experienced that pain will understand what I'm talking about. All right? When you go through it, I love to feel when I'm going through a hard challenge, and when I go through it, that energy, that weight that's lifted off of me, okay, because I carry that burden as long as I can until I say, okay, take it. And we gain so much strength. It's like, okay, we just push that burden aside. So don't think that our challenges are there to make us less a person, because it's our challenges that make us more. All right? In the 11th house, of friends, associates, wishes, hopes and wishes. What are you hoping for? Aries energy, the I am with Aries. We have Uranus in there. Uranus, that's retrograde. Who are you as an individual? Are you standing out in a crowd? Are you having friends who people wonder why are they your friends? Because you're seeing more. You're seeing more to a person than just their outside shell. Now, in the 11th house, we have the Nine of Cups, the material happiness. There are people who have gone through pain and suffering and prejudice can be more compassionate and caring and kind than people who haven't. Okay, people who have everything, they really don't know what a true friend is, because probably their friends are hanging with them because of what they have. All right? You have a lot of friends who give you emotional support. All right? And that's always a great thing. That's always a great thing to have. Now, with Uranus in there, are your friends building you up too? Because that's really, really important. Are those friends building you up in your life? And it looks like you have chosen wisely. You've chosen your friends wisely. This is what I want in my life, and you're getting it. Now, in the 12th house. In the 12th house, you have the energy of Taurus. Taurus is the I have. And we have a full moon in there. Okay? We have a full moon on the 27th, and that is, like I said, in Taurus. All right? The energy of Taurus, the grounding of Taurus. We have the Hangman. All right? hanging yourself by the foot. All right? Now, it's in your 12th house of jails, institutions, hidden enemies, secrets. You have the Hangman in there. Have you done something to put you in one of those jails or institutions? Are you understanding it now? Is that the sorrow that you're feeling in that first house? You can't afford to do the poor me's, okay? Whatever that is in your 12th house. Now, as I said about the hidden enemies, are you giving too much emotions? Are you giving too much emotional support to someone who doesn't deserve it? All right, go back and check it out. Am I getting an emotional exchange? Am I getting a fair exchange with my friends? Okay, that's going to be a biggie with you. Now, the thought, thinking of the pain in that first week, use that pain to create something fantastic. All right, your job in October is to identify. We can't find a solution until we identify the problem. So in October, your job is to identify where that problem is within that has been stringing along. It's been stringing along for a while. What do you have to shake off? What is it that you have to shake off? Is it the right thinking? Are you thinking correctly in order to make that difference? Is that where the problem is? And it's coming back to you. It's coming back to you. What goes around comes around. It's all up to you. You have choice. We have choice in life. And sometimes circumstances, we can't change them. But there's one thing that we can change, and that is our attitude. So if we try to look at where that good is, we'll find it. It might be that hindsight is foresight, and just getting through the challenges are all we can bear. Sometimes that's all we can bear. And if that's all that you can bear, then stand on those friends. Let those friends prop you up. Okay? The ones that are there to prop you up, yeah. The ones that are there that would, take away your wooden leg, no. No. If that's the kind that take and take and take and take, and when they leave you feel tired, those are the ones I'm talking about. Okay? So Gemini, you have a little bit of challenges, but for the most part, remember, it's our own making. So what goes around comes around, and there's some money that's going to be coming around, and just don't look at all those bad things. Don't focus on just the bad things, because you've got a whole lot of good stuff all around you too. Okay? So Gemini, like, share, subscribe, comment, let me know how you like this one. I'm going to have to listen to it, make sure you can hear me. So, see you, love you, bye.